students, welcome to this lesson. In the previous lesson, we have seen the three sources of population data: census, sample survey, and vital registration. We have seen the difference between sample survey and census. Sample survey is less expensive than census because it doesn't involve to the entire population. It tries to collect information from the parts of the whole population, whereas census tries to count every person in the country. So this makes census very expensive. Sample survey also able to provide a very detailed and better information than census. Sample survey also able to estimate margins of errors and accuracy of the data. These are the basic difference of census and sample survey. We have seen also the other source of population data, that is vital registration. It is a continuous registration of vital events such as birth, death, marriage, and divorce. The data on the vital registration gathered from birth and death certificates, marriage license, divorce records, and other official registers. We have seen also the different factors which affect the completeness of the registration and the reliability of the data gathered by vital registration. These are the level of literacy and awareness of the population about the importance of sources of population data. The other factor is social custom. Most of the time there is less experience of registering events like birth and death and other vital registrations, because in most society it considered as taboos. The third factor is the settlement of the population, particularly in the rural area. Most of the people settled in dispersed or scattered manner. Such settlements makes inaccessible and affect the completeness of the registration and the reliability of the data gathered by vital registration. We have seen also the general factors which affect the quality of the data. These are insufficient financing or low budgeting, the use of different methods of census enumeration used by different countries, inadequate awareness about the importance of source of population among the general population, double entry or counting a person twice. These are the basic factors which affect the quality of the data gathered by vital registration. These are all about the previous lesson. Today we are going to discuss population distribution and settlement pattern. And at the end of this lesson, you will be able to list densely and sparsely populated regions of the world. You are also able to explain the general characteristics of urban and rural settlements. Students, are you ready to start the lesson? Good. First, let us see the distribution of human population. Distribution is the way that people spread out over a given area. There are different factors which affect the distribution of human population. These are the availability of natural resources like water, minerals, the nature of topography, which means ups and downs, the productivity or the fertility of the soil, and other factors affect the distribution of human population and makes an uneven distribution. There are densely, moderately, and sparsely populated regions of the world. First, let us see densely populated regions of the world. There are three main belts of high population density and concentration in the world, and we call these places population clusters or population nodes. The three belts alone accounts over 2/3 of the total world population. The region includes the Asiatic population belt, the peninsular Europe, and Northeast North America. These are the three densely populated regions of the world. Let us see this map. It is the world population belt. The densely populated regions are found in South and Southeast Asia, in the peninsular Europe, and Northeast North America are the densely populated regions of the world. The other one dots represents there are 100,000 people live in the region. Now let us see each of the densely populated belt of the world. The first one is the Asiatic population belt. The belt is confined to the river basins of monsoon Asia. The region accounts about 60% or more than half of the total world population. This region divided into two sub-regions, East Asia and South Asia. East Asia include Japan and China are the most populous regions of the sub-region. In South Asia include India, Pakistan and Bangladesh are the other populated sub-regions of the belt. The second populated regions of the world is peninsular Europe. It accounts 10.8% and it is the most developed in terms of economic and demographic terms. The third populated regions of the world is the Northeast North America. This part of the North America, mainly the USA, a highly urbanized and industrialized part of the country. It accounts 5% of the world population. Now let us move to the sparsely populated regions of the world. This region covered by teen population include tundra. As you have learned in the frigid zone, tundra is one of the sub-regions of the cold zone or the frigid zone. Due to its cold temperature, the growth of plant very restricted or limited. Only low form of plants grow, such as mosses, lichens, and grass grow. The soil also infertile, covered by snow and ice. Because of these factors, the settlement of large number of people very restricted or limited. Only few nomads live in the region. They depend on hunting, herding, and fishing. The other sparsely populated regions of the world is hot dry lands, include the tropical hot desert lands. Due to shortage of water and high temperature, the permanent settlement of large number of people very restricted or limited, but in the area where the water is available around oases, rivers, and in the mining sites, there are settlements in the heart of hot desert. For example, there are settlements in the Sahara Desert. The other sparsely populated regions of the world is the hot wetlands. Due to its unfavorable climate, there are few people living in the region. The other sparsely populated regions of the world is high relief. The region includes mountains of high altitudes. When altitude increase, at the same time temperature decrease, then the region would have cold temperature. The other factor is rugged topography or rocky topography, which affect the movement of the people. Because of these factors, the settlement of large number of people restricted or limited. Only few people live in the region. Areas with poor soil also the other sparsely populated regions of the world, because agriculture is difficult in the area where the soil is infertile or poor soil. As a result, the settlement of large number of people in the region very restricted or limited, so there are few people live in the region. These are the sparsely populated regions of the world. Now let us proceed to settlement pattern. Settlement is the place in which people live by carrying out of their different activities such as trade, agriculture, manufacturing, and other activities to make their livings. There are different settlements, include hamlets, villages, towns, cities, metropolis, megalopolis, etc. All of the settlements show rapid change from time to time, and they vary in their size and functions. But all of them share a common things because they are an organized colony of human beings. Together with their buildings, their paths, streets are around this colony. Most of the time, settlements confined to the respect of natural features such as water, fuel, food, and protection, including to the other services like transportation and communication. Settlements based on their economic activity, population size, and density of human-made structure, settlement divided into urban and rural settlements. Rural settlement is the name given to all villages. It is characterized by dispersed or scattered manner, and most of them dominated by isolated homesteads. Most of the time, the people live in the rural area depend on agriculture. Now let us see this picture. It is the picture which tries to show rural settlements. As you can see from the picture, there is one house here, the other over there in scattered or dispersed manner, and they are dominated by isolated homesteads. Now let us see the other settlement pattern, that is urban settlement. It refers to town or city. Most of the time, the people in the urban settlement live on non-agricultural activities. In most cases, it is difficult to give the exact definition of urban settlement or urban center. But there are some criteria used to identify the urban centers, include the official status of urban centers, the size of the population, and the occupation of the people are some of the criteria used to identify urban centers. Now let us see hierarchies of settlements. At the base of the triangle, there are isolated homesteads, then hamlets, village. These are all considered as rural settlements. Town, city, metropolis, conurbation, and megapolis are considered as urban settlements. Students, now it's time to perform some activities based on the above lesson. You have a few minutes and I will come back soon. Welcome back, students. Did you manage to list the densely and sparsely populated regions of the world and explain the general characteristics of urban and rural settlements? Well done. Let us check your answers together. As you have learned on the above lesson, the densely populated regions of the world are grouped into 3 belts. These are the Asiatic population belt, the peninsular Europe, and Northeast